All right, I apologize to those of you who couldn't hear us. There had been one of the knobs on the board had been touched. Knob that I don't usually mess with, so I hadn't even looked at it until now, until I looked at the chat. So we'll reintroduce ourselves here. I'm Daniel Ferris, joined in the booth by Summer Jasmine here at the 2019 PWBA East Hartford Regional. We're looking at our number 3 and number 4 seeds after 8 games of qualifying, Janelle Irwin and Brandy Branca. And as you can tell from the scoreboard, you really haven't missed much. 7 shots, 7 strikes. Carson Lukosic, our number 2 seed, awaits the winner of this match, and our number 1 seed, Jasmine Mason, who shot .268 the last game to get into the lead. She was sitting in 5th. We had 2 players inside the top 4 the last game drop out, and Brandy Branca and Gigi Mason, who were outside the top 4, they jumped in. So, Summer, you bowled this afternoon. Tell me a little bit about what you saw in this pattern.
I saw a lot of girls didn't play. I felt like you had to play a little more in and kind of swing it a little bit, kind of around to like 8, 9, 10-ish. And the girls who have a little more axis rotation were able to be a little more successful. The ones that are able to kind of get it through the front much easier. And the key was just getting the ball through the pins the right way.
I know we talked midway through your block. You had said that to me that you were the queen of 9s. You were flat 10, ring 10, or 4 pin today.
Yes.
And we talked about that Friday night, how that's one of the most frustrating situations a player can be in, because you leave a 4, you make a small move left, then you ping a 10. It's like, okay, well, what do I do now?
Well, what I did was try to get softer. And then if I 4 pin, I just moved left and stayed soft. It was close. It's just trying to get the right hand position and get the right rotation on to get the ball to pick up in the right spot and still go through the pins. Because mine tended just to be flat, so I figured it just started up a little too quick. Or if I got a little extra speed, it went a little too far. Great shot for Brandy there.
Yeah, this is turning into who is going to blink first. And we are 10 shots in, 10 strikes in. The two of them trying to combine for a nice little Baker 300 here. But we talked earlier that this today, compared to what we witnessed the last couple of days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday on the other side of the house during the main event, the East Hartford Open, this is a strike fest. Today was a strike fest. The cut to get into TV today, plus 146 for 8 games. That's right around a 218 average, 219 average. So yeah, it took a lot of strikes to make it in today.
Ooh, that was a good shot for Brandy. That one looked like it just got a little too far down the lane.
Yeah, Justin, we saw this a lot on the telecast last night from the East Hartford Open, where Shannon O'Keefe came out with the victory, her 3rd win of the year. Only player this year with multiple victories, but they talk a lot about the ball coming in behind the head pin. And I think, to what you said, that ball may have pushed just a little bit, and that's what happened right there. Brandy had a clutch finish to the end of her qualifying. Needed a double in the 10th. I don't know if she knew or not, but needed a double and a 9 in the 10th to shut out another player, Carrie Smith, who was making a run at that top 4. And Brandy did exactly that. Doubled, 2 shots, elbow deep, as good as you can throw them. And then the 3rd shot was just as good, but wrapped a 10 pin. But it was just enough to get in to shut out Carrie Smith and earn that number 4 seed. So both played. And Janelle was consistent all day with her scores. Never really down. 2 games under 200, both in the 190s. Nothing massive. Everything between 237 and 194. So very consistent throughout the afternoon. So you're one of these 2 players, and you realize that you realize pretty quickly. Ooh, gets that one a little wide, gives up 1 pin on count, and hands the lead back to Brandy. But you realize you're in a strike fest. How do you approach the back half of the game, knowing where you're at right now?
I would just try to focus on making good shots. Just keep everything the same as what I did earlier, like for them, because They're lined up. All they gotta do is just execute. And when I bowled on 37-38 today, I thought 37 was kind of tricky. We didn't have sound when I said I almost left a 5-7-10. It was on lane 37.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, the 5 and the 10 fell late, and I was like, oh, cool. I thought I threw it good, but it wasn't that great, obviously, because I left the 7 pin.
Well, I'm sure last night on TV, Jordan Richard thought she threw it well and left a pocket 4-5.
I thought it was a good shot too. I was sitting with Haley, or her sister, because she was bowling Maria, and off her hand, I'm like, okay, that's not too bad. When it got to the pins, I'm like, oh, that's close. That's probably gonna, just light shaker. And then the 4-5, I was just kind of blown away that she left it.
Yeah, I was out in the TV truck during the telecast, and even off her hand, Kelly Kulik said, "Oh, that's a good shot." And we, in the booth or in the truck, we all thought, "Yeah, that's a good shot." I don't think it was a bad shot. That ball's gonna push a little long, not gonna get the Swisher 7 out.
Might be going through some transition here. They had 5 minutes of warm up, so they're probably right into game 2-ish, game 2.5. Oil's kind of carrying down the lane a little bit.
Now what's at stake here? Not just a win, but the winners of the 4 regionals this year. Cleveland, up in Cleveland on April 28th. Lincoln, Nebraska, May 12th. Double-decker lanes, June 2nd out in California. And now here at Silver Lanes in East Hartford, Connecticut. The winners of each regional will advance to a made-for-TV special that will be filmed next Saturday following the PWBA, the BowlerX.com PWBA Orlando Open. It will be the GoBowling.com PWBA Regional Showdown. It will be filmed next Saturday and then shown on Saturday, August 24th on CBS Sports Network. And basically the 4 winners of each regional advance into this regional showdown. The first regional of the year won by Elise Bolton, who's taken some time off. Great shot there by Brandy, battling a back injury, but she said on social media, or I think it was in the chat, on one of our featured pairs a couple days ago, that she's feeling better. She won the first regional, and then Julia Bond won the next 2. So as it sits with the players that we have in the Stepladder finals today, 3 of the 4 are members. Brandy Branca, Janelle Irwin, and Gigi Mason all are eligible to advance to that regional showdown next Saturday night. The taping in Orlando. Carson Lukosius is the only one not eligible for it. And with Julia Bond having won 2, we will have our 3 winners, the 2 already, Elise and Julia. Great shot there by Janelle. The winner of today, unless it's Carson, and then whoever's highest in the money earnings for the 4 regional events. And I believe Aaron told me coming into this event today that Kayla Bandy led the earnings list, so she could possibly be, but I don't know after how today went how that might shake things up. I do know that Kayla was up and down today, never bad but never great, and she ended up finishing 36th. So outside of the money, the top 18 cash today, took plus 58 to earn a check this afternoon here at Silver Lanes. Good shot, same lane that we saw Brandy wrap a 10 on.
This is coming down to an exciting finish here.
Yes, it is. Max score for Janelle Irwin is going to be 258. Max score for Brandy Branca, 268. Oh, thank you, Jennifer, in the chat. How can I forget? Next week is Louisville. 2 weeks in Orlando. I'm looking past my own city. Should know better than that. Nice conversion on the 10. Now Brandy can step up, strike in the 9th, 10th, and 11th. to shut out Janelle Irwin. Otherwise, Janelle will have an opportunity in the 10th frame herself to win this match and move on to face Carson Lukosic. Good shot. Slaps out the half 10. The exact scenario she was in at the end of qualifying, needs a double in the 10th to shut out her opponent. Anything particular you would be telling yourself at this point?
Just focus and just execute. I know I've been in that situation, like in match play like this. One of the regionals I won, like the PBA ran women's events, I bowled Ashley Galante and I needed a double in good count to beat her. The final score was 262 to 255.
Oh wow!
I missed once. I washed out.
A little bit right. Got the hit.
I think those hits like just carry better in here compared to like some of the flush shots. If you can hit it light and just get that light shaker, your carry percentage was pretty good.
The trend that we saw on the other side of the house, the stone 8 pins moved their way over to this side of the house as well. Also the pocket 710s. We saw 2 in a row from Kayla Bandy on our featured pair earlier. We saw more throughout the house that weren't on our 4 lanes in front of us.
I know I left one today also.
Did you? Well,
I did. Somewhere over maybe like 31, 32, 33, 34, somewhere in there.
And that's big not only on the fact that it gives Janelle Irwin a chance, but the count means instead of having to strike out to win,
she just needs double 9.
Double 9 for Janelle Irwin.
With Brandy's spare conversion, so basically same situation Brandy was in.
Yep, Janelle has not missed on the right lane yet this game. 4 for 4. Nice conversion on the 2-8.
Great game for Brandy. I think she'd probably want maybe at least the second shot in the 10th back, but all the other shots were pretty close.
Yeah, they were, and I think no matter what the scoring pace is, unless you're bowling on just typical house shot China, if you tell somebody, I'll give you 256 before your game, would you hit the button on that? And most people would say, yeah, I would. There's that half pocket you talked about.
I thought that one kind of pushed really easy. Went a little farther.
That's what I thought too.
But that light pocket hit, just carry percentage goes up. I'm not sure what ball she's throwing.
That's what I was kind of looking at right now.
Supersonic.
Yep. Strong symmetric. It's gonna give you kind of that early read we talked about, where you would hope it's not gonna push too long, but with the way that these players are getting around the ball, once it does get to those back ends, it's gonna be pointed in a direction that's gonna result in a high pocket carry percentage.
So needs this one. Looks like a better shot.
And it was.
That was clutch. Clutch shot. Needs 9 for the win. I know I'd be saying to myself, just for me, it's remember kind of stay down at the foul line and just make sure my follow through, just make sure I get like kind of, I always try to think Shannon O'Keefe, like with that really aggressive follow through, be aggressive. That's
Got it right.
we got a tie.
We have a tie.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a tie. Our PWBA rules state that the ladies are going to square off in rock, paper, scissors. No, I'm just kidding. We're not doing rock, paper, scissors today. I'm just kidding. The higher seed, Janelle, will determine who will start the match. It will be a one-ball roll-off. So, Janelle, you get to choose the lane you're going to start on and who will start.
All right, Janelle being the 3 seed will choose what lane she's going to start on and who will throw the ball first.
All right, so
In
Janelle
a
is
sudden,
going to
one-ball
bowl
sudden
first
death
on
roll-off. So
lane
Janelle opts
38,
to bowl first
and then
on lane
Brandy will
38.
follow. Janelle, lane is yours.
And I guess that makes sense outside of that final shot. Both of Janelle's misses came on that left lane, so maybe she feels more comfortable. You mentioned that 37 was a little tricky for you when you hit this pair
It's
earlier.
a little tricky. Earlier I hit it game 6.
Mm-hmm.
Got Aaron Smith in the corner.
Doing his video thing. That ball looks like push a little bit through the middle of the lane. Recovers to get to the half pocket, but doesn't get the 10 out.
It just looked like she kind of missed it at the bottom. It just wasn't as good off her hand.
Wasn't as crisp as the
Yeah.
the shots in the 10th, and especially the 11th.
Just giving Brandy a chance. I think Brandy's been throwing it phenomenal. I thought she threw it well with Lucy. She said she didn't throw it very good. I know she struggled in the PTQ, but this one game I watched her, it looks like she's throwing it phenomenal. Got around that one.
Yeah, she did. It looks good.
Great
That's
shot for
good the
Brandy.
whole way.
All right, Brandy will move on. Janelle, great bowling. How about a big round of applause for Janelle Irwin on her 4th place finish here.
Well, Brandy had a chance in the 11th to seal the deal. Couldn't quite get it done. She's given a reprieve from Janelle Irwin, and Janelle's fill ball sailed a little bit long, pushed a little bit right, 2-8 for the tie. And Brandy steps up clutch. A sudden death, 1-ball roll-off to defeat Janelle Irwin 256-10 to 256-9. Our next match, we will see Brandy Branca versus Carson Lukosic. It looks like both Carson and Gigi going to get a couple practice shots here on the championship pair. And this was something that we saw off camera last night during the telecast. Is after each match, the players who were in the matches coming up got about 5 minutes or maybe commercial breaks worth of shots on the tournament pair, just to see how it's transitioned. Because as a number 1 seed, in a way, you're kind of at a deficit or a disadvantage facing someone who's already had a game on TV. You do have a practice pair off to the right, but what are your thoughts on not if it's good or bad, because obviously it's good, but does it really help the players that are waiting to get some shots on the pair as it's transitioned throughout the matches?
Well, I think so. I mean, you get your during the first warm-up. I know they didn't get warm-up when we started today, but like on the TV show, everyone, the top 3 seeds, they warmed up first for like 5 minutes. Then all 5 of them were warming up for 5 minutes, and then the last 2 will warm up before their match. Then you bring in the other seeds, let them get their shots in. I think it's fair. I mean, there's 2 games bowled on it. I know in a situation like that, one time I was in that situation, I used those few shots. What I would do, I would stay loose, go back to that pair, kind of stand where I got lined up with, and if it doesn't strike, then I know I either got to move, and I'll try different balls too. So, and you know what? That's kind of what you have to do. You kind of have to like see what happened to the lanes. I know we visually can't see it, but we can probably see something, and ball reps. And I think the ball reps are back there kind of watching.
Yeah, because without these shots, for instance, Gigi Mason won't have seen this pattern on the between the fresh and then after 4 games have been bowled on it basically, and it's really hard. I'm not sure what the time is given for warm up.
I think you get 3 shots.
3 shots. Yeah, 3 shots on each lane
lane.
would not be enough to see how the pair is broken down from the fresh, how the 2 lanes may be different. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the way that they do this. And I'm sure it's been done this way for a long time. It's just been so long since I've been to a TV show, either PBA or PWBA, that I wasn't quite up to date on how things worked. But yeah, I'm a big fan of this. Carson just 2 games under 200 in her 8 games of qualifying. 215, 247, 231, 184 game 4. Then bounced back on our TV pairs to shoot 248, 258, and finished out 231 and a clean 197. So the last game, she didn't really do anything to cost herself the lead. Finished at plus 211, but it was Gigi Mason who shot 268 the final game to jump her and get to 217. Unfortunately, that clean 197, normally with the lead that she had, is enough to maintain your lead. But you can't expect somebody to fire off a 260 game and pass you like that. But unfortunately for Carson, it did. Dropped her to the number 2 seed. So now instead of having to win 1 match for a regional title, she's going to have to win 2.
All right, everybody, how about a great big round of applause as we begin our semifinal match of our PWBA East Hartford Regional. Good luck, ladies.
Carson going to start it off on lane 37.
Now Carson just graduated from college this year, is that correct? Do you know?
I don't know the year. I know that Aaron talked a lot about Carson and a standout player in college. Made the ISC TV show this past year. Can't get the scout to get over to the 10. She's got one of the more unique styles that we have on TV. The swing kind of wraps around behind her and kind of curls in behind her leg, and then she gets that wrist and gets that arm around her ankle and gets around the ball at the bottom with a pretty good velocity. And for a lower backswing, she puts a pretty good rev rate on there.
You know who she reminds me of a little bit? Amanda Green. Low backswing.
Yeah.
Gets it in there.
I haven't seen Amanda bowl in a while, but now that I picture her, you were right. Carson graduated last year.
Okay, last year.
Made a run at the women's championships in Wichita this past year. At one point, led all events in a day. Aaron talked about earlier where we saw 4 lead changes in all events in the Diamond division. Eventually giving way to Kelly Kulik.
I believe Carson led it for a little bit. Amanda Vermillier
did. Carson did.
Maria
Rodriguez,
did. And
yep.
then Kelly took it over that night.
Yep.
I was there. I was watching all that. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, Carson made the 2019 Intercollegiate Singles Championships singles TV show. Made the Final 4 for the show and lost in the finals to Jordan Newham from Vanderbilt, 214 to 183.
Another good shot for Brandy Branca. That one looked like it just got a little too far. Wrap 10.
Thank you, Kara. Chiming in. Carson finished up her Masters this year. So already in 3 frames, a bit of a dynamic shift from what we saw the first game where we had both players on the front 6. Right here, 3 shots, only 1 strike.
I thought that was a pretty good shot.
I did until I didn't. Like I liked it off her hand. I liked it down the lane, but just like the ball, it looked like the ball just it was bleeding off energy or had nothing on the back end.
It's like it stopped. It just kind of stopped. I don't think that's the right ball to throw, but I'm sitting back here, so which I find it weird because I mean I bowled beside Carson today, and she didn't get that into that ball until like game maybe like 6-7.
Don't overhook it. Oh.
I think right here I would make a ball change.
Yeah, back-to-back opens. When you're following a match that was 256, 256, you've got to find something that's going to give you motion now. She's going to a...
That's the ball I thought she would throw to. Hyper self-used. Now she threw this around game 3, 4, somewhere in there, right when she started that little streak.
Yeah, that streak was games 5, 6, and 7. I mean, even games 2 and 4 were really good.
Yeah.
That ball just picks up sooner.
Yep. I just think the ball she threw previously was just a little... I wasn't strong enough. It was just too weak for right now.
And the ball she had before, I believe that ball is a new release from Storm. I think it's a Pearl.
Yeah.
I believe, which is going to cause it to want to push down the lane. That hyper self-use. She got a little more surface on that ball.
Hyper self-used, bigger core.
Yeah, went from a symmetric to an asymmetric.
Yeah, bigger core. I think the covers might be, a touch stronger too. We got a bigger motor in there, so that'll...
Yeah, that's going to help regardless. She got around that one just like that strike she threw to defeat Irwin in the roll-off. Brandy's one of those players who, throughout my years in college and even after college, I always heard her name but never crossed with her at tournaments or saw her in tournaments. So this is my first opportunity to see Brandy throw the ball in person, and I am as impressed in person with her physical game as I was with all of the accomplishments I'd heard about before I'd seen her.
I know I bowled beside Brandy. I think the first U.S. Open I bowled with, the first one I bowled beside of Brandy. And she killed our burn day, like just killed it. I thought it was, I thought the shot was close. Like I thought it was pretty close to doing the right thing, and it just pushed that extra couple feet.
I wonder if maybe we could be seeing this pattern start to carry down a little bit.
I think so. I think because none of them practice to the right, so there's really nothing to throw it to. So maybe it's just getting a little tighter down lane.
Textbook conversion of the 2-8. That's 2 misses on the left lane, 2 strikes on the right lane for Brandy. You can't really count Carson's first 2 frames simply because I think we're in agreement, probably the wrong ball. So the motion that she saw wasn't indicative of what she will probably have the remainder of this match.
Going through her pre-shot routine.
I saw that a lot at Junior Gold this year. A lot of the girls, their pre-shot routine was to kind of do that practice arm swing. Looks left. Sits and strikes.
Definitely looks like the right ball now.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, you're not wrong about that. That's something personally that I've always struggled with, is I can read a pattern as the day is transitioning as well as anybody. But for some reason, either I don't utilize shadow practice well enough, or I just don't read the fresh well at all. But I find myself starting with the wrong ball in match play and in tournaments more than I should. Good shot. Great shot.
I'm the same way. I struggle on the fresh. Usually I do pretty good on the burn. I can sit here and watch everybody bowl and probably tell them what ball to throw, and I'd be pretty close. To do it for myself, I can't see the first 15 feet.
Exactly. I mean, my target is the foul line, so I pick my ball up just as it's getting to the arrows. But still, if our bowling balls are burning up in the heads, we're not going to see it.
Exactly.
If they're not clear on the fronts, we're not going to see it.
I think that one was a touch left. It just wasn't as good off her hand as the previous two shots.
It looked like at the bottom she didn't quite get around it as much, so it didn't. It was a little more end over end, so maybe it picked up sooner, and just changed direction earlier and didn't push as far as it has been.
Still unmakeable.
Oh yeah, Brandy playing a very tight line.
She looks comfortable. They're both in their A game, so.
Converts the 4-pin, no problem. Branca's highlights include runner-up at the 2017 Cubica AMF PWBA Sonoma County Open and a 9th place finish at the 2016 PWBA Greater Detroit Open. Ooh, couldn't get the roll on the 10.
Oh, that's Sonoma County Open that she made the show. Very impressive because we bowled on 40 feet and it was flat.
Oh, you bowled on dirt. Oh.
In Sonoma.
Oh.
And double-decker lanes, the topography is very tricky. The gutter is not in play. And we bowled, this is when we bowled 6 games in the morning, or in the first round, and then we bowled 6 games in the evening instead of the 8 and 8 we do now. And we bowled on burn that night. And that was the first event of the season. So it was welcome back.
Welcome back, players, yeah.
I led for a game at that tournament. I shot 240 first game, and I was texting my friend, and she's like, yeah, nobody else shot. Like, 180 was high on the live stream. and then I ended up looking at the leaderboard. One time I looked at the scores online. I was the one, and I was like, oh, the one time I'm leading something.
So wait, you shoot 240 on that? How are you not leading after game 2? What happened?
Ever heard of Danielle McEwen?
Oh. Okay, that's fair. I think she won a tournament this year.
Yeah, she's pretty good when they're hard.
Yeah. Carson showing she's good when she makes it hard for herself after back-to-back opens to start, makes the ball change, and strings 4 in a row. A couple of them flush, a couple of them half pocket, one swisher. Doesn't matter. She has a very wide pocket right now. On this conversion, Carson will hold a 9-pin lead over Brandy heading into the 7th frame. Knocks it down, no problem. And she came back, kind of looked at her coach, and just kind of shrugged her shoulders as if to say, well, that was a good shot, just a bad break.
Yeah, I think I heard him say back here, for that shot to push.
I heard that too.
And I was thinking, man, I think it needs to kind of pick up a little sooner. But once again, that's why I'm sitting here with you, Daniel.
That's why I'm not somewhere bowling. That's why I'm here covering bowling.
Oh, great shot. It looked like she might have moved in. Went ahead and made a move.
Well, she's down 10 ever since her competitor made the ball change. Carson struck 4 out of 5. So if you're Brandy, you've got to be thinking that, yeah, the 9th spare by Carson, the 7th, you know, it helps. It brings her a little closer to me. But I don't know that she's going to stop striking anytime soon. So if you're Brandy, are you maybe looking at a different ball? Try and find something's going to give you a little carry, or just trying to adjust out your last 3 9 spares?
I think she's going to adjust. She doesn't change balls often. She's so good with, like, she's so good at being able to spin it and just get around it. Oh, here's the ball change. She went from a Savage Life.
I'm trying to see what she was throwing.
The Black Chaos.
Yeah, Black Chaos now.
I know it's cleaner and just it's a little smoother.
Solid symmetric.
Okay.
Because I think the original, the first one they had, the green one, was a hybrid. Oh.
Great ball change.
Oh, man.
After I just said she doesn't change balls often. Ball change. But Brandy being a coach at Maryville University.
Maryville.
So she definitely gets to see the lanes. Tries to help her girls.
Ooh.
Got it right. Another exciting finish.
I was going to say another one-ball roll-off.
Well, we were rooting for ties the other night. So
We were.
We got one.
We
this
did.
weekend, so.
Who knows how many more we're going to get. Yeah, I don't think there's any question about what Carson needs to do moving forward. She just needs to keep making the best shots that she can make, as she has since she made the ball change, and trust that what this ball showed her the first 4 times she threw it, it's going to show her the next 4. Moved in a little bit on that shot. She got a different motion than what she's seen. She went from those 10 pins to a 4 pin, so I think she moved in a little bit, so she saw a different motion, but it didn't give her the result that she wanted.
That was the key to success this weekend, was just finding the right angle and getting the ball to go through the pins the right way. Because we see her go back-to-back 10 pins, now it's a 4 pin.
It goes right back to what we talked about earlier in the broadcast and on Friday night. Well, stop me if you've heard this before. Brandy Branca can double and get 9 to shut out her opponent.
Brandy left a 9 pin last time on this lane.
Yeah, throwing that Savage Life. Which is what she throws here.
So she's going to throw 2 different balls.
2 different balls. Okay.
Yeah, because lane 37 is getting tricky. Maybe it's a little tighter down lane. I mean,
Go to something that's going to start up a little sooner.
or maybe it was just maybe that ball was burning up. Maybe it was just maybe there was just early hook, and she was just having trouble getting it through the front. We don't have the best angle, so it's kind of hard to.
Kind of off to the right, kind of hard to see.
Yeah.
Oh, carries the 4.57. I'd be willing to bet where she got that ball. Had she thrown that Savage Life there, it wouldn't have stood up, and it wouldn't have hooked up that way. It would have just kind of stood up and went straight, and we'd probably been looking at a 2-pin. Or
Like a
a 2-4.
2-8.
Yeah, or 2-8.
Yeah.
Needs 9 spare for the victory.
Maybe a 3, 4, 6, 7. And leaves the door open for Carson.
Carson still needs a double. Hasn't struck in the last 3 frames. Hit the pocket. Flat 10, wrap 10, flat 10, 4-pin.
What do you think of that shot? Did you think it was bad off her hand? I thought it was left.
From this angle, I thought it was left, yeah.
Okay.
Count important here. All depends on what she gets to, what Carson has to do in the fill. Most importantly, gets 2. So Carson, double and 6. We have a tie. Double and 7. Carson Lukosius is your winner. Anything less, Brandy moves on to face Gigi Mason in the championship match. Flat 10 will do it for Carson Lukosius. Good tournament for her. The ball change worked for 4 frames. I don't know if it just started seeing the lane the wrong way.
I think it was starting to burn up a little bit. I think it's the right ball. I just think she probably had to get around it a little more.
A little more surface on that ball that she was throwing than I see anything on the rack that was used anyway. So yeah, I think you're right. I think it started to see the middle of the lane.
That's a better shot.
Physically, yeah. Yep. 3rd place finish for Carson Lukosius. Great tournament. Brandy Branca moving from the 4 seed into the championship match to face Jasmine Mason.
She's going to get 3 shots on each lane. Brandy, you can go ahead and stay loose over on lanes 41 and 42. We'll be back to start our championship match at the PWBA East Hartford Regional.
So 2 exciting storylines here. Brandy, who doubled and got 9 in the 10th frame of qualifying to get into the bracket. And Gigi Mason, who I believe in a way is probably looking for a little bit of redemption. Shoots 158 the last game of the 16-game qualifier on Friday to miss the top 12 cut for Saturday morning. And here she is, shoots 268 the last game of qualifying today, flips the script from Friday, leads the regional, and is one game away from, I believe, her second regional championship. So 3 shots on each lane. You're Jasmine. What are you looking for?
First shot's going to be the same spot I probably struck with the last time I was over here practicing. And then react off that. That would be my first shot.
Jasmine spent 2 years on Junior Team USA back in 2015-2016, earned 2 gold medals in singles and all events, and 2 silver medals in doubles and team, and 1 bronze medal in the Masters event at the 2016 World Bowling Youth Championships. 1 gold medal in singles, 4 silvers in trios, all events, team, and Masters at the 2015 Pan Am Bowling Confederation Youth Championships. Set the World Bowling Youth Championships record for all events total with 4,100. She was a runner-up at the 2019 CP3 PBA Celebrity Tournament with a career high finish of 9th at the Junior Gold Championships, and was a runner-up with Jade Scott Jones in Diamond Doubles at the 2018 USBC Women's Championship. So quite an extensive resume she's put together at a young age. From nearby Rhode Island, Cranston, Rhode Island. Again, the winner of this match will move on to the made-for-TV finals, which will be filmed August 17th in 2 weeks, following the BowlerX.com PWBA Orlando Open. They will be featured in the GoBowling.com PWBA Regional Showdown. We will see Julia Bond, who won 2 of our 3 regionals that have been held so far this year. Elise Bolton, who won the first regional. The winner of this match between Brandy Branca and Gigi Mason, and then whatever player leads the earnings list through the 4 regionals this year after this weekend. Mason was the number 2 seed at the PWBA Sonoma County Regional last month. Lost in the semifinal match to Stephanie Schwartz, 222 to 172. Schwartz went on to be defeated by Julia Bond for her second regional win of the year, 203 to 178. So Mason has been in this position before, hasn't reached the championship match this year at a regional, but has been in the bracket and has made it to the finals, so she knows what it's about. Obviously an extensive resume with Junior Team USA over the course of her 2 years. Collegiate resume, member of the 2015 NCAA Women's Bowling Championship, runner-up in 14, 16, and 17, and 3-time National 10-Pin Coaches Association All-American in college. So she's not afraid of the moment. We'll put it that way. Had somebody text me that's watching in, said it's unusual to watch someone bowl in long sleeves, and I can say that I thought the same thing when I first saw Gigi back on Thursday during the PTQ, but she wore the hoodie for a couple of frames early on. It is a little chilly in here, but she quickly changed out of it, or took it off and had the customary bowling jersey on. But yeah, Gigi's bowl, I've seen her bowl in long sleeves before. It's just, I guess, something she's comfortable with. I can't do it. I don't know about you. I can't.
I can't do it. I mean, if I do, my sleeves are rolled up.
Yeah, they're up past the elbow.
Yep.
Yeah. Here we go, the championship match of the 2019 PWBA East Hartford Regional. Brandy Branca versus Gigi Mason. Again, Brandy doubled the 10th and got 9. The last game of qualifying to jump in as the 4 seed. Defeated Janelle Irwin in a 1-ball roll-off. The first match struck after Janelle left a 2-pin to advance, and then put herself in a position last game where her opponent, Carson Lukosius, had to double the 10th. Carson flat 10 the first shot. Brandy moves on. First shot of the championship match.
Looks like it was left off her hand. Leaves a 4-pin.
Not as left as the 11th shot last game.
Very true. I think that shot might have been left and slow. So that's never the best recipe. That's always, well, it's always a recipe for disaster.
Like they say, 2 wrongs make a right. Unfortunately, not in that situation.
Unless it goes Brooklyn.
Unless it goes Brooklyn.
Spare conversion for Brandy Branca.
Talking to the ball, I think she told it to sit. It almost didn't. High flush pocket hit for Gigi. Puts her head in the match, just 1 frame in. I know a lot of time players talk about they have to keep themselves from being amped up. The first shot of a big tournament or the first shot of a big match. Is that something that you've ever thought about or had to deal with?
I think every week, I'm the one that's, man, I hope, well, the first practice shot is, 1, I hope it stays on the lane. 2, I hope I stay upright.
Gotta have more confidence in yourself than that. At least you're gonna stay on your feet.
Well, the different humidities we've been in have been a little tricky. So
That's a good point.
the approaches here were a little slicker than what we've been to here. Like in Vegas where it was hot, Tucson was hot, just kind of, and then here I think they just sanded
You
the
could tell.
approaches, and they were quite slick.
I made that comment Thursday during the PTQ. Yeah, you can just tell looking at them. And this house has the best combination you could ever hope for.
Wood approaches.
Wood approaches and synthetic lanes.
See, my home center's wood, like
So,
wood
see,
and wood.
I love wood. Absolutely
too.
love wood lanes.
It's the sound is just kind of soothing.
Well, and what I like about it is that younger players these days don't grow up on wood. They don't bowl on wood. So when I end up crossing with them on wood, good shot. Half pocket's not there. The transition on wood is so much different, and it's
Yes.
something we've grown up with, but
Yeah.
they haven't. So we kind of know what to look for, and they're maybe caught a frame or 2 behind. I love wood lanes.
And then going vice versa, like going from wood to synthetic, like it's totally different. It's a different mindset because the first time I bowled on synthetics, I didn't realize, like, you don't realize it as a kid. Like, you just bowl.
Yeah.
And now, the kids nowadays, they're like, oh, we're bowling on wood, or we're bowling on synthetic, or, I mean, it's just bowling, just bowl. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta read ball motion and then understand there's different types of synthetics too.
That's one of the 2 conversations. That and looking at lane topography when it's presentable. when it's shown to you.
Yes.
Those are the two things that I've noticed people have talked more and more about over the last probably 4 or 5 years. Is more about higher friction, higher friction synthetics, lower friction synthetics.
Yes.
There's I know that Brunswick and Villain I could never play the gutter on. Just the gutter was never there. But you give me AMF HPLs, and I'm on the gutter. I don't care how long the pattern is. The field is going to be there because they know the gutter is going to hook just naturally on that surface. And then wood, you have no clue where it's going to hook
Exactly.
or when.
Great shot for Brandy.
Yeah, she needed that one down. 2 strikes to 2 spares. Needed to see all 10 go back, build up the confidence a little bit as her opponent is 2 for 2 to start.
Do you think Brandy will go ahead and make the ball change to the right lane that she made on the left lane? I know she threw Savage Life her first shot on 38, and it was kind of lazy. I would be thinking ball change.
Yeah, especially if GG keeps striking.
Yes. GG leaves a 2-4-8. Missed a little right.
I stepped away for a hot second to confirm something with Aaron. Did she get that one a little right?
Got it right.
Okay. Good shot on the spare. Looking at Paul in the chat, has a house. The heads are synthetic, but the back ends are wood.
Oh, I've seen one of those.
There was a bowling center in Fort Lauderdale when we bowled junior gold there back in '06. I think it was Tamarack.
I
And
bowled that junior gold.
the heads were wood and the back ends were synthetic. Oh, it was a split house, and it was trippy. I'd never seen anything like it. I'd bowled on a house in St. Louis that had wood heads with Guardian on the back end, and eventually they went to all Guardian overlay, but I'd never seen a house that was half and half.
I've seen half and half. I just can't remember which way they were. It was in Covington, Virginia. There was a PBA regional there. I did not bowl. I went to go watch. That was the first one I ever watched because that is where I learned the lane courtesy.
Oh, the double jump rule?
Yeah.
Best rule in bowling. Best lane courtesy rule in bowling.
I was prepared for my first tournament. I was like, I need to learn it. And it's great to watch it. When you sit there and watch it, it's so easy to figure it out because when you jump right in, it gets a little overwhelming your first tournament.
Yeah, you've got enough going on in your mind bowling with the pros for the first time. Yeah.
One of the guys I bowled with, he was bowling a tournament, and then he explained it to me because he bowled the morning squad. I didn't make it in time to watch him bowl, but I watched the second squad, and he kind of told me how it worked.
And to people who don't understand it, it sounds complicated, but once you learn it, it's so stupid easy.
It is very simple.
Yep.
You wish you did it in league.
Oh my gosh, I wish we did it in league.
Me too. I mean, the one lane courtesy is okay. It's just
You get 1 lane courtesy in league?
Uh-huh.
Oh, back in Louisville, it's people expect 2 to 3.
well, I mean, there's a couple here and there that want like 4,
Jeez, oh Pete.
and then they try to give me like 2 or 3, and I'm like, you can go.
Just don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. I'm good.
I just want 1. Well, Brandy has 1. She needs 2 strikes right here to help close the gap on GG.
And did change balls.
Did change balls.
Oh,
Cool.
great ball choice.
Oh, yeah.
I was telling somebody I wish I had a clone. That way they could watch me bowl and kind of tell me what I'm doing wrong. Because I can sit here and watch it and see it. But like I said, when you throw the ball, I know I don't catch the ball until it's like I look at the arrows and I don't catch it until it's a little bit past the arrows, and then by the time I see where it is down lane, I'm kind of.
Well, and what makes it even more difficult for us as players and for these players in front of us is they aren't watching it with a neutral eye. They're off their hand. They've already judged the shot. Well, that was good or that was bad. So if in any part of their mind they judge it was a bad shot, good shot by Brandon. That wasn't a bad shot. If they judge it was a bad shot, whether it was or wasn't, if the ball does something they don't expect, they blame themselves. And they don't blame the ball, so they're not going to get off the ball as quick. One of the things I learned, one of the many things I learned from Rod Ross, my 1 year on junior team, was I guess I learned from PJ Haggerty, actually. PJ called Rod his eyes in the sky. And everybody, it's always good for people to have eyes in the sky, a coach behind them, a ball rep, somebody who can watch, because your opponents have them. So if you can have someone like that behind you, watching, and not judging, just watching, it makes bowling a little easier. That hooked early. That hooked really early.
I'm kind of surprised that she's throwing a phase 2 strong symmetrical ball, because I thought, well, in her 3 warm-up shots, she went through the face, missed right with the phase 2, and then tried the green emerald, and it looked pretty good. So I thought she was going to throw that ball, because the lanes are definitely transitioning.
And that was the ball that Carson tried to throw early on.
But Gigi's has a little more shine than what Carson's did.
And a little more hand.
Yeah.
Just rev rate's a little higher, a little more ball speed.
A little more ball speed.
Good spare.
3-6, sometimes that's a hard spare to make. I think it was at the Lucy, I said, you're going to see a lot of 3-6-10s, or you're going to see a lot of washouts. That's kind of how I felt. At the Lucy.
What was that? What'd you bowl on there?
42 feet.
Okay.
26, pretty close to 27 mils. But then with the guys, it gets blown up pretty quick.
Of course it does.
So, and they start left.
Now see that she tried to force that ball right. That ball she projected it dead right off the bottom at the bottom of the swing.
And that's what happens when you throw a ball that's a little too strong for what's out there. You try to make it get through the front. And then sometimes you just throw it too hard or you miss it at the bottom. You gotta find that happy medium. Personally, I would be making a ball change.
Yes.
I don't know what Gigi's gonna do. One, 2, 7.
Nice conversion.
Ball touches all 3 pins.
Yes, it does. Best way to make spares. Make sure the ball touches every pin on the deck.
I think I tried to do that one time and my ball went by the 7. I'm like, maybe I should throw a heavier ball. It was just one of those weeks. And then if I try to do it the other way, I'll wrap it. So that's a tough spare. It's tricky, especially when you don't know what the middle part of the lane is doing and you're already left.
Yeah, that's one of those leaves that bowlers don't typically leave on a house shot. It's one of those odd things you see on sports shots you don't really see on house shots.
Exactly.
Looks left, but it's...
Might have been a touch left.
Yeah.
A little slower for Brandy. Three, 6, 9, 10. That's like a double in my book.
Yes.
Do you hook at it or do you throw a spare ball at it? She's probably going to hook at it.
Probably.
No.
I throw a spare ball at it.
I do too, on occasion. It depends on what kind of what we're bowling on. I know one of the PBA regionals I bowled on was like a 47-foot pattern, and you had no hook to the right. And I'm like, I tried to hook at it. After that turn, I was like, I'm throwing a spare ball. But it just kind of depends on the situation.
Nice conversion.
Great spare.
14-pin match with 4 frames to go. Both players converting difficult spares in the 6th. Anyone who's watched any amount of bowling on television, they've heard the phrase that the 3, 6, 9, 10 is the hardest non-split spare on the deck.
It's either that or the bucket. With the 8-pin.
Yeah, the full bucket. Yeah, that's what I call it.
The full bucket.
Oh, man.
I thought it was good ball speed, but I think it was left.
That's 2 shots then. I think we're in agreement that that ball's been left.
She needs to go back to trusting it and just get it to the spot and let the ball shape off the pattern.
She's got the best motion.
Yes, I agree.
If it comes down to pure shot making, based on the 2 balls they've been throwing, Gigi's ball before any ball change and what Brandy has now, based on pure ball motion, Brandy's got the best motion. It's whoever makes the best shots at this point.
See what Gigi's gonna do. She's gonna stick with. Well, she's gonna. She's a field player, so she's gonna fix her tape.
Are you a player that uses a lot of tape or any tape in your thumb hole?
Yes, I have 1 piece in the front, and depending on how big my thumb is, like 2 or 3 pieces in the back.
How often do you change it out?
Not enough,
Okay.
to be honest. I will change it before tournament, so I'll probably change the ones I use this week. I'll change it, like if I go practice in Louisville before the PTQ, I'll change them. I don't use interchangeables. I use molds.
Okay.
So every ball.
She told the ball, she said, read it, come on. Afraid that ball might skid the spot.
I thought it was going to.
Yeah.
Because she definitely kind of. She got it through the front. She threw it harder.
But unlike the 6th frame, she didn't throw it harder and miss right. And send it right.
Mm-hmm.
Better shot. Oh! Two and a half frames to go, and we have a 2-pin match.
It's a great shot for Gigi.
That was a good shot.
Looked like it just got down the lane a couple extra feet.
And looking forward a little bit, that's not what I want to see from her on the lane she's going to be finishing on.
I'm kind of surprised she picked that lane, because her 3 shots, I don't think she struck in her 3-shot warm up on that, or the 6-shot warm up she got.
Oh, she turned around pretty quick on that. Oh, that's why she thought she missed it. She must have thought she missed it.
Sometimes you feel that's how it feels off your hand.
Oh, yeah.
I thought I missed a spare earlier today, and I thought I heard something, and I was like, did I make it? And they're like, yeah. And Cecil Scarborough, he's like, yeah, you would have made like the 4-6. And I'm like, oh, cool.
I just needed the 1, thank you.
Better shot for Brandy.
Definitely move left.
Oh. Made it move left. pretty good off her hand. Just kind of ran out of energy. Another exciting finish.
Yes, it is.
You're just going to get me in a booth every time. That way you can have exciting
Hey,
finish.
you know what? If that's the way it works, I'd rather you be down there,
Oh, that
like
yeah,
bowling.
that'd be great.
Well, no matter what, the winner of this match will advance to the GoBowling.com PWBA Regional Showdown, which will be taped on Saturday, August 17th, following the BowlerX.com PWBA Orlando Open down in Orlando, Florida. Julia Bond and Elise Bolton have already secured their spots in the showdown. These two players trying to do the same.
Oh, great shot for Brandy. Stone 7. I mean, that was a popular leaf too. Every once in a while you see a fast 8, you see a 4-pin. Every once in a while you see that 4-pin just go fall straight back and misses the 7.
Well, and I don't know if it's how the technology of the bowling balls interacts with the oil patterns these days, but it seems like over the last 5 to 6 years, I have seen more stone 7s from right-handers. That leaf has increased in popularity more than anything else.
Yes.
From the right-hand side of the lane.
GG needs a double?
GG can punch for 221. Brandy can punch for 208.
Okay.
So a strike in the 9th, strike in the 10th, and an 8 spare would give her enough. Even 8 spare or 9 spare here, and she can still shut out in the 10th.
That was a great shot.
That was. That was.
He's the first one to shut out.
Yep. Well, strike, yes, yeah.
First,
Strike
first one in what, good count?
8 spare.
It's fair.
Strike 8 spare gives her 209. Brandy can punch for 208. Strike 9 count. It's over no matter what. Holy moly.
Ooh.
Well, the good news is she didn't lose count. The bad news is it's not the easiest spare to make.
No, it's not.
But the way that she's already shot it once, and the way that she feeds the ball away from the 2-4, she'd have to miss pretty far left for the ball not to get the 8. So I have full confidence that she covers this 2-4-8. Yep, dead on. There you go. Well, count, unless she gets terrible count here, not a huge deal. You know, get 8, 9, 10 pins. It still forces Brandy to double.
Yes.
Either way, Brandy doubles. She'll have to basically keep it on the lane in the fill, but
Answer a question real quick. That's in the chat from
Yes.
Jennifer. She asked who I bowled the Lucy doubles with. I bowled with Joe Finling. He's from like the Dallas, Texas area. I'm afraid I was the boat anchor this year.
Okay.
It's 9.
Yep, it's 9. 200 on the nose. Clean 200 for Gigi.
She's going to force Brandy to throw a double and 3.
Double and 3. And Brandy is your winner. Anything less? To correct myself from earlier, Gigi Mason would pick up her first PWBA regional win and earn a spot into the GoBowling.com regional showdown. Last shot over here, Brandy made a move in.
Left a 5 pin.
Left a 5 pin. Which means she can maybe move in a little bit left and get a little more aggressive. We'll see right here.
That's close.
Yeah, she liked it.
That was a great shot.
Yes, it was.
Brandy's been clutch. She's thrown great shots when she's needed it. I mean, that's all you can ask for, and hope the carry's on your side. If anything, maybe it was just a touch fast, just got that on the lane a little too far. But that's what you want to do. You want to be aggressive. You don't want to go through the nose.
You want to give, golfers say on a putt that they need, they'd rather push it long than leave it short.
Yes.
Well, you want to be aggressive in that situation, and I'd almost rather 2-pin than 4-pin. I want to know that I gave the ball every opportunity. Yeah.
A little softer.
Yeah, good finish by Brandy Branca. Congratulations. The 2019 PWBA East Hartford Regional Champion, Gigi Mason.
PWBA East Hartford Regional Champion, Gigi Mason. We'd like to present Gigi with her PWBA Regional bracelet. Out on the approach on lanes 37 and 38, and presenting Gigi with her regional bracelet is Missy, our GM here at Hall of Fame Silver Lanes.
Congratulations to Gigi. Great bowling all week long. Just missed out on the top 12 cut in the main event at the East Hartford Open here at Silver Lanes. Comes back, a little sliver of redemption here, picking up the regional win. Advances to the GoBowling.com regional showdown, which will be filmed on August 17th following the BowlerX.com Orlando Open, and will be shown on August 24th, 5 p.m. on CBS Sports Network. Well, that'll do it from here at Hall of Fame Silver Lanes in East Hartford, Connecticut. Summer, wrap up your final thoughts on our stepladder here.
We started off first match with a tie. Both Janelle and Brandy threw it great. Then transition hit. Lanes got a little tricky. Got another close match between Brandy and Carson. And Brandy was clutch, or Carson bad break, leaving a 10-pin, and then Gigi holds on, stayed clean, and got the win.
Clean 200 for the win. In fact, I'm going to invite her over here real quick. Let's get some thoughts from our regional champion. Hey, Gigi. Here, go ahead and put that on. Make sure you get you turned up here. First of all, congratulations. Very nice ball here. Move that towards your... There you go. Very nice bowling.
Thank you.
Talk to me about that championship match. A clean 200. It was close the whole way.
Yeah, well, pretty much throughout qualifying, my main process was, or I pretty much had process goals, so I didn't really focus about the results or score. I just wanted to, I had one key that I really focused on, or maybe two. Really using my legs, so I just wanted to make sure that on my first ball and my second shots, on my spare shots, that I just executed those, I guess, 2 keys to make sure that I would have the outcome that I was hoping for. So, yeah.
Okay, one thing that Summer and I were back here talking about, watching your ball motion, throwing the ball that you threw that championship match, was we didn't know if it was the right ball, but you stuck with it. What made you believe that was the right ball?
I felt like it was the right ball because, well, when I was throwing my IQ Emerald, at least specifically on this, I guess, pattern, or when I was bowling right now, I didn't really like the shape necessarily. And so I just knew with my phase 2, if I leaked it right a little bit, it was going to come back. And some of my shots more so that weren't the good ones, my speed or my feet just got too quick. So I just felt in my heart that it was a right ball choice, and it would just leave me things that I could pick up.
Okay, well, this win qualifies you for the GoBowling.com Regional Showdown in 2 weeks in Orlando. Are you excited about that?
Definitely.
We're going to see you pick up a win there?
That's the goal, yes.
All right, are you going to be in
That's
Louisville
the
this
goal.
coming week?
Yes.
Awesome. We'll see you then. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, well, that'll do it from here in East Hartford, Connecticut. I am Daniel Farish for Aaron Smith, Emil Williams Jr. Congratulations, sir, on the baby on the way, by the way. Summer Jasmine, JT sitting next to me, Brant Houghton, everybody, Curtis Von Kruger, all the staff and management here at Silver Lanes, everyone with the PWBA. It's been an amazing week. That'll do it here from Silver Lanes. We will see you in just 4 short days, the PTQ at Executive Bowl, Executive Strike and Spare in Louisville, Kentucky, my hometown, for the Pepsi PWBA Louisville Open. I cannot wait. This has been a production of Bowl TV, where bowling lives, and we will see you in 4 days. Good night, everybody.